An extensive, carefully carried out poll conducted by the Washington Post and ABC News demonstrates that public opinion is moving quickly against the Obama administration's war strategy. More Americans than ever don't like the way that Obama is conducting the war, citing growing U.S. casualties and several setbacks they say show the U.S.-led coalition is unlikely to win the conflict. According to the poll, there's been a dramatic rise in the number of Americans who are now opposed to the war in Afghanistan, and in particular, Obama's management of it. The number of people has risen 8% to 49% now who strongly disapprove of the war in Afghanistan. In fact, the numbers have flipped since the last poll in January, when those opposed were 41%, those in support 49%. A similar survey just 1 month ago showed that 2/3 think the war is no longer worth fighting. The new poll indicates evaporating support for Obama's ability to win, and worse for his re-election chances. Over half of independent voters who put him in the White House now disapprove of the way that he's managing the war.
I don't think he's managing it very well. Yeah, I think he could need a little help.
We're not getting as much cooperation from the Afghan people. They want us out of there. I think we're in a no-win situation.
I would like us to see beginning a more forceful pullout in Afghanistan. I think our efforts to date just have not been very successful.
Overall, I wish we weren't there.
The poll number of 49% strongly disapproving is the highest number on record for Washington Post ABC News surveys. The U.S. anti-war movement says the stream of bad news from the fighting in Afghanistan is contributing to America's wariness with the conflict.
Their confidence in President Obama's capacity to ultimately end the war is a big part of their turning against it. When they see the troops not drawing down, they see 100,000 troops still on the ground, and they see casualties day in and day out.
Anti-war leaders point to 62% approval for the war 2 years ago, now dropping 21 points to only 41%, as proof the majority of Americans think not only has the 10-year conflict failed to produce a defeat of the Taliban, but has cost the U.S. dearly in blood and treasure, and say those now opposed to the war has no end in sight. Mike Kellerman, Press TV, Washington.